Revelation 2823. From the 24th of July 1943. Inquiry into the Mind. God-Connectedness. Spiritual food will be given to every desiring human being, and by it he will recognize God's love and kindness, which will reveal itself to him by illuminating his spirit. And this love expresses itself in such a way that thought follows thought and the human being becomes knowledgeable. That the person who has become knowledgeable no longer doubts whether his knowledge corresponds to the truth. Every person will indeed represent what he has mentally made his own, although it need not be the pure truth, but mostly it is knowledge taken over from people. Thus it is thoughts which he did not give birth to himself but which were transferred to him by fellow human beings. Such knowledge cannot be called knowledge gained by oneself as long as it has not become one's own intellectual property through deep thought about it. And this reflection must now take place with the help of the Divine Spirit, that is, the Spirit of God must be approached for its activity, which now separates right thoughts from wrong ones and gives the human being the recognition of what is right and what is wrong. People make many assertions, all of them have been gained through intellectual thinking, and yet they deviate from each other, and no human being can be blamed for a deficient intellectual activity. In contrast, the desire for pure truth will be completely different in its strength. And therein is to be sought the cause that all results of intellectual activity are different. For only the desire for truth guarantees pure truth. Because only then can God himself, as the eternal truth, reveal himself, and he will also reveal himself. Because his love wants to give the human being the truth which shall make him happy. Anyone who desires to receive knowledge from God himself will truly also have the right knowledge. Anyone who excludes God and researches without him cannot think the truth, for truth is only with God and nowhere else. Right thinking, that is, knowledge that corresponds to the truth, cannot be achieved without God-connectedness, even though the greatest worldly wise men make it their life's task to penetrate it through research. His knowledge will never extend beyond visible or tangible things which can be verified and proven earthly. But how all these things are connected with God, with the Creator, what spiritual meaning all that has, what man sees and what surrounds him, cannot be fathomed scientifically. But the human being who is intimately united with God can ask him all these questions. They will be answered by God's great love and grace. And he will certainly recognize the thoughts which now arise as God's answer. They will appear to him as truth, they will move him and make him happy, because truth is something divine and therefore must also make him happy and satisfy him. Therefore, the human being who has received such knowledge from God himself will no longer brood and research but unconditionally accept what he has received as truth. Whereas the intellectual researcher will not stop brooding and researching because he lacks the innermost conviction, because he will not remain without doubt, and ever new thoughts will make him reject the old ones, providing their thought material which has not emerged from his heart but from his intellect. But if he has received it from fellow human beings, then his conviction is only weak and will soon be shaken as soon as he seriously desires the truth. The will for truth and the call to God, as the eternal truth, is absolutely necessary in order to receive the pure truth and also to be able to recognize it as pure truth. Amen.